Hey, welcome back to the channel. This video covers the process I used to remove the front wheel on my Ducati Multistrada 1260 Enduro. I am switching from the Scorpion Trail 2 front tire to the TKC 70, so I needed to take the wheel to the dealer to have the new tire put on. I am leaving the Scorpion Trail 2 tire on the rear until it is time to replace that tire though, since I still have a good amount of tread left on it. So let's get into it. To remove the front wheel, you will need a breaker bar, a 30mm socket, a 5mm Allen wrench, and an 8mm Allen wrench. I start by removing the bolts that held the front fender on so that I can get easy access to the Allen bolts that secure the front axle. I then loosen the Allen bolts on the axle nut side. I then loosen the axle nut, followed by loosening the Allen bolts securing the other side of the axle. I then used the axle nut to dislodge the axle. If the nut was removed, I thread it back onto the axle and press on the nut with my hand to dislodge the axle. I then use my thumb to further push the axle through the wheel. In order to remove the wheel though, I have to remove the disc calipers since the tire will not fit between the calipers. I then remove the axle and the wheel. As always, I try to clean things up as I go along, so I clean the axle and the bottom of the forks. Anytime I remove one of the wheels from the bike, I always check the bearings for wear. I then clean up the wheel hub as I do not want dirt and grime on the hub to end up inside the hub during transport. Let's grease up the seals on the hub and get the wheel reinstalled. So I grease up the axle and then use my foot to raise the wheel to allow the axle to be inserted. After I get the axle inserted, I place the axle nut just hand tight onto the axle. I then need to reinstall the calipers. In order to get the front calipers back onto the rotors, however, you need to spread the pads apart a little bit. I used a large flat chisel as it had a good amount of surface. If you use a screwdriver or something with a small surface area, you will end up damaging the brake pads. You then place the caliper onto the disc and insert the bolts. After I have both calipers on, I tighten the Allen bolts that are opposite the axle nut. I then give the tire a spin to make sure everything is spinning freely. I then tighten the axle nut. I then give the tire another spin to make sure everything is still rotating smoothly and not binding, followed by the Allen bolts that are on the axle nut side. And then I double check the axle nut to make sure it is nice and secure. You can then re-secure the front fender. I then finished securing all of the brake calipers. Then after I double checked all the bolts are secure again, I am ready to hit the road. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button to support the channel.